Paul Goodison, helmsman on America Today on New York Yacht Club American Magic. Paul, can you tell us a little bit how was the day? We saw very challenging conditions from the northeast.
Oh, it's great to get back out in some bigger waves. We've been kind of spoilt a little bit recently here in Barcelona with a quite flat southwesterly sea breezes. So to go out today and have it a bit further round to the north and have a much bigger sea state is a real good reality check for where we are, and also checking out the foils in those conditions, how they compare against each other a little bit.
When talking about today, how much was it, let's say, survival, and how much you were in reality able to test in between the two boats, in between the different foils?
I think we weren't really in survival. It was saleable, but the biggest part is how hard you push, because you see from inside and outside that as soon as the boat's touching down, has one or two big touchdowns. It doesn't matter how much you gain in the 100 meters before. It's getting the right fine balance between pushing the boat to go as fast as it can, but also having that small part of forgiveness built into the setup, so that when you do touch down, it doesn't slow you down so much, and you get going a bit quicker.
Is there a way in which you can sail on safe modes on these boats, especially when going downwind, or you have to go at full speed and that's the safest way of avoiding ventilation and nosedives?
Yeah, I think the biggest way is to commit. You got to go fast and push the boat hard. You can obviously back off a little bit with the trim to make it a bit more forgiving for when you touch down, but you've really got to put your foot down and go fast.
Then when talking about the foils, we saw many changes on the different foils, and we also saw changes in between boats. What's the goal for this week? What are you planning to test specifically?
We've been doing one foil against the other, and it's just a case of rotating them around so that we put different foils against each other. So it's again just to get a feel for performance against different combinations.
And then during these 3 or 4 weeks with the American Magic, we noticed that there is a lot of rotation in between the crew, combining different trimmers with different helms and getting trimmers on one boat then on the other, and also switching in between helms. What's the objective of switching so much?
The other part is there's obviously, as you're assessing a foil, a lot of it comes down to the data to see which is the fastest, but that's processed afterwards. But there's also a lot of sailor feel. So the whole idea is that each sailor has a go with a different foil, different combination, and when you swap on a same day, you get a feel for one versus the other, just so we can provide a little bit more feedback for the designers, and then decide where to go next.
The last one, in terms of design for days like today, in which you have to sail with a big swell from the northeast and maybe 12 to 15 knots, what would you ask the designers for a day like today?
Probably a spray rail, so that you don't get so wet as you're blasting through the waves.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.